I'm tired, but also hyped and ready for this week 2. Outfit of the day, y'all know the Amazon crop tops. We have them in every colors. We wear them every day. We've got some cross waist Buff Bunny leggings. I mentioned the cross waist. I like the Buff Bunny ones better than the Black Widow from last week that I showed y'all. But I just like the full coverage, especially, you know, right now. You might be feeling a little some kind of way, which I'm not yet in the build, okay? I'm feeling awesome. And we've got some Michael Myers socks down there. And then we've got a Lincoln Park pump cover. What do y'all think about the new girl in the Lincoln Park band? I mean, when you get on TikToks, everybody be bashing her. I think we need to keep it OG, you know? But that is Monday's fit for this pool day. Traveler secured. We've got our pre-workout. And the struggles are real because I've been without my favorite combo, which is the mango and the pineapple. So I've had to do the mango and the peach. Blah. Like, don't recommend. But we got through. But I'm so happy to have my combo back is what I'm saying. We've got Kellogg's Corn Pop cereal. Don't get triggered. A banana and a Pop-Tart with a cup of 2% Fairlife. I don't always do a banana combination on pre-workout, but we're doing deadlifts today and I'm lifting super heavy. I'm hoping to just get 1 rep max, okay? Oh, setting the bar low, I feel, this week. Pre-workout is clocking in at 720 calories, 20 protein, 144 carbs. You heard that right. We should be able to lift that damn bar. 9 fat and 4 fiber.
Good morning, friends. We are here. We made it to the gym. Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday to me. Welcome to week 2 of the next level build. Last week, if you watched, whoa, it felt like the week was 1,000 million years long, and those rest days on the weekends are chef's kiss, much needed. I felt so tired this morning. I've been sleeping like a rock, let me tell you. My sleep has been on point, but I was so tired this morning, but got my tunes cranked, ate all my carbs, got me totally energized, and I have been so freaking hyped on the way here to the gym, and I'm so excited to come in here and crush it. We've got deadlifts on the menu today. I mentioned that I'm going to be lifting heavy. 230 is my ANRAP set today. Lord, give me strength, because 205 felt like 1,000,000 pounds last week. It's been a while since I have lifted super heavy on deadlifts. A while. I'm talking before the shred this past April. So I don't know the last time I've lifted this heavy, so we shall see. My hope is to just get 1 decent rep. I'm trying to do the cleanest rep I can, but that's the goal. Also, we have chin-ups on the menu today with assisted band, but the band feels like nothing to me. And the scale's up a little bit since the weekend, so we're gonna have a little bit more weight to carry on that, so that should be fun time. But y'all know pull day is my favorite day. If you've been with me since the beginning of my fitness journey here, I feel like pull day all the time in the very beginning. I just love training back so much. It's one of my favorite things to train. I don't know, I just really love it. It's hard, but it's rewarding to me, and I just love the way I feel. There's nothing better to me than a sexy ass back. Like, if your back has like so much definition, muscles, the whiter the better. Like, it's just so freaking hot to me, and that's why I feel like I like it so much, because I'm like, I want a hot, sexy back. So that's always the goal. Feeling overall so good going into this week 2. I'm loving aesthetics. I'm loving physique. I'm loving the way I'm feeling. I'm not feeling heavy. I'm not feeling bloated. I'm not feeling all the things right now. So I am here for it. I do want to talk about my macros have went up to 2,800 this week. I started them on 2,800 on Saturday. I ate 2,800 yesterday on my rest day, Sunday. We're doing them all week for training. I may keep them the same going into next week depending on the data, but what the data is looking like right now, we probably need to stick with the 2,800. And your macros won't constantly change when you are in a build. I want to talk about that for a second, because some people think like you have to go up drastically to be in a bulk, and that's not true. If the scale overall, your average is slowly going up, that's what you want to see. And you don't want to go up too drastically, because then you're just putting on unwanted fat on your body and not necessarily muscle. Whereas if you kind of creep it up slowly and go into a slight surplus and get where you want to be depending on your time goals, then you're more likely to put on muscle and not gain a ton of excess fat that you have to get off in your next cutting phase. And that is the goal for me. Like, I don't want to gain a ton of fat. I feel like when we did the 2,700 before before we did the shred, because it's so crazy, y'all. Take the pictures, take the videos, because if I wouldn't have taken videos and pictures and all the things, I would never be able to know like where I was, where I am, comparison, all that stuff to myself. Because I was looking at the shred videos that I've posted on Instagram of each week. I was looking at pictures, and I feel like I am more lean now than I was in the shred. I like how my body looks now more than I was in the shred, and it's because I put on some body fat before that shred, with kind of going into a surplus last minute, kind of quickly, didn't do things the right way. That's why we're doing things more strategically now. And I gained a little bit of fat right before we did the cut, and I don't know, my body composition looks so different from then now, and I weigh more. So again, the scale means nothing, guys. You can't just always look at that scale and it be the determining factor of your success in your journey. It's just data. It's just data. Body composition, recomposition is so freaking crazy and important. If you're losing body fat and putting muscle on, your body composition is going to look different at different moments on the scale. I've mentioned before, I am a higher weight than I was when I started keto. And if I were to, I need to do some side-by-sides of those polka dot bikini shots to the beginning of this build, because they're almost the same weight. I think I'm higher at where I am now as far as weight compared to those, and my body looks so much better to me personally, and so different at a higher weight. So you cannot look at that scale and be like, oh my gosh, I'm not getting success, I'm a failure, all the things because of the scale, because it's just not. I'm not sure if I'm gonna film every day for this full week, or if I'm just gonna do like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because last week's video, it was an awesome week, an awesome video, but editing those week long now, because remember, anytime I've done a week long, it's only been 4 days, not 5. Tackling that was a beast as far as editing. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please go and watch it. Please go and give that video a thumbs up, because so much time and labor goes into those week longs. It's not even funny. So we shall see, depending on how we feel. But right now, we need to quit gabbing. We're energized. Let's go in here. Let's try to get that bar up at least once. Y'all manifest it now for me for 2:30, and let's go kill this pull day.
Darling, I've been tempted by the darkness, telling me I should throw it all away. Fight so hard, my heart is hardly helpless. Find myself so desperate on my knees to break. And I hear the voice of an angel telling me not to lay down. And I feel the spirit guiding, telling me not to give up. Hold on to every promise I've been praying for. Like I hold on to every garment, won't surrender, not tonight. The shadow rises and I walk through the valley, but I won't let nothing take my heart away. I recognize the powers as they rally. Call the names, I break them one by one and face to face. And I hear the voice of an angel telling me not to lay down. And I feel the spirit guiding, telling me not to give up. Hold on to every promise I've been praying for. Like I hold on to every garment, won't surrender, not tonight. Won't surrender, not tonight.
Pull day for week 2 complete, and holy smokes, y'all, what is happening? Let's go. Extra food, extra fuel. I'm here for it. I felt beast today. Like, things that felt heavy last week felt light work, lightweight. I was like, what is that? What is happening? It was like magic. I don't know, but I'm here for it. Oh my gosh, deadlifts. We did the 230, not 1 but 2 reps. And in the moment, y'all let me know down below. I know I'm not alone on this. When you go back and look at your footage, if you're filming yourself, you're like, damn, I could have cranked out more. But in the moment, you're like, this is so heavy and God, just get it up. They felt good, but they felt heavy. But I was shocked how different I expected them to feel. Does that make sense? I expected them to feel way heavier than they did. And I'm so shocked that we're at 230 where I am right now, because the heaviest I've ever deadlifted was 245 on accident, 1 rep last spring before the shred. But I haven't lifted like 230 since before the shred last spring. Craziness. So freaking stoked on that. We got 1 extra rep today on chin-ups unassisted, and then I was trying to shoot for, was it 8 reps or 9 reps with the band, and I couldn't do it. It was like half a rep. I was like, okay, it was 7.5 reps, and then I just did some eccentrics on my lats, as you guys saw at the end, to really kind of like burn it out. Oh my gosh, they freaking burn and feel so good at the same time. We did a full stack on lat pull downs, wide grip lat pull downs, a full stack. Now, I will tell you guys, that stack is not created equal to the other stack that's on the sit down. It's not as heavy, I will tell you, even though it says it's 200 pounds, I know it's not 200 pounds, or the other one is heavier than what it says. Y'all know it can be crazy in here with these cables and they're not be created equal from gym to gym, whatever. But I know it's not a full 200 pounds is what I'm saying. It's definitely less than that. But that's what I'm calculating. But I'm gonna have to go to the pull down on the sit down, which I hate, because like I said, I don't get as much like groundage with that one because of the way that it's crusty and rusty, you know. I like the floor much better. But we're at a full stack on the floor. I think I might stick with that next week and add my little block, so it's 205, you know, on what it says there, and keep rolling with that. But man, cardio, feeling the burn, feeling good, feeling strong. And that's what this is all about, is building muscle, but feeling my strongest self, and not always feeling weak, not always feeling run down, not always feeling like I'm not progressing in my lifts and in the gym. So if you're in the gym all the time, if you're a gym rat and you feel like you aren't progressing at all, I've had a lot of people message me and tell me that, like, why am I not progressing? And then I ask about how much they're eating, and I'm like, bingo. Y'all have got to fuel your body to be able to perform and execute. You can't expect to get like these beast mode results if you're not giving your body what it needs and fueling it. Just like you can't get long distance in your car if you're not putting gas in it. If you're running on fumes, you ain't gonna get far. And that's the same thing with our bodies. So I hope you guys are starting off your week kick-ass and getting out of your own way, getting out of your mind. Because like we said before I even walked in here, I was like, oh, we're just gonna get 1. I'm feeling tired, blah, blah, blah. And then I went in there and it was like the best freaking session I've had. I mean, they've all been pretty good here lately, but a freaking one in the books, in the records is what I'm saying. So let's get home and let's go get this post-workout meal in. And guess what? It's not overnight oats. Are you guys shocked? Before we assemble this bowl and show you what I got going, if you've been around a while, you know what this is. So we've got the non-fat plain Greek yogurt. I'm just eyeball this stuff. There's no measurements. And when I track it, when I weigh it, I just track the yogurt because this is pretty much 0 calories. Got the Taco Bell mild sauce, and the Redmond's taco seasoning is my favorite. I have another one on backup. Don't you worry. And I just eyeball it until it gets to the consistency I want. I don't want it thick. Oh my gosh, these notifications. And I don't want it thin, okay? And then I'm gonna put it in like a squeeze bottle and then drizzle it over here. What we've got over here, let me back it up. We've got an egg cooking, first off, getting our runny egg. We've got this sous vide sliced grass-fed beef sirloin. Now, I was talking smack in that grocery haul about this and the turkey. The turkey slapped, okay? And even though it was $1 million, I'm like, damn, over at Costco, you're starting to win me over with some of these pre-made things just to make my life easier. But this looks delicious. I mean, look at that steak. And for 3 ounces, you get 19 grams of protein and 120 calories. That is 6 or 7 ounces. 6 ounces weighed out, 240 calories and 38 grams of protein just from the steak. Yes, this was expensive, but this is going to do me all week for post-workout meal, and it's already done. I don't have to cook it. If you get the steak, guys, it's expensive too. So it's just a little bit more to have it already done. If you're having problems with getting your meals in because of prep, these kind of things come in clutch. Here is our bowl with our steak, potatoes. I didn't show you all the potatoes. Those are the tri-pepper ones, the onion and pepper ones from Walmart, the frozen hash browns. I've got 350 grams. Yes, you heard me. It was like almost half the damn bag. We've got 45 grams of avocado, I think, my runny egg, and my drizzle of our taco sauce. And we've got our Profi back there for a total of 735 calories, 64 protein, 77 carbs, 25 fat, 11 fiber. A little bit later than I'd like. It's almost 11:30, but I had to make the stuff and it took a little bit more time. Hence why I like overnight oats a little bit better, because it's already made. I can come home and straight up eat versus cook anything. But being that the sauce is made now, we should be ready to roll tomorrow. I love putting this on plan. I don't know why I don't do it more often. Again, because it's not as easy to just grab and go. But it's delicious. And yes, I eat all the things, y'all. On my rest days, let me tell you, yesterday, Sunday, stomach a-growling all day and like hellacious big meals, especially since I'm not doing like a pre-workout meal on a rest day. I was still hungry. Metabolism's getting revved, y'all. Scale looked good today compared to like post Saturday nut butter freestyling and all that stuff. So we're on the right track is what I'm saying, but the food is serving me in all ways, and happy to see that I'm not like, oh my gosh, I can't get this food in, like a lot of people have said to me like they could never. I'm starving. I'm starving, stomach's growling, and it's serving me. Let's go. 20, we're getting lunch ready. Don't mind the robo vacuum in the background. Got 6 ounces of chicken thighs. I'm doing chicken and rice on repeat. I told you guys for like a month, so be sick of me when it comes to lunchtime. But I'm telling you, it slaps, especially in the air fryer. It gets so crispy, and the chicken thighs just taste so much better. I ran out of the Italian Kinder seasoning, so y'all know I have a million of these. And they're so addicting. You can get on Sam's and every time there's a new one and I'm like, add to cart? No, don't add to cart. You've got too many. That is the life, the struggle. Cowboy butter, Dijon butter and chili. I used this a couple of days last week and it was really good. So I'm gonna put that at 375, 20 minutes is the sweet spot for my air fryer to get like the edges crispy and still be juicy. And then I didn't prep my rice over the weekend. So I've got jasmine rice, 2 cups in there going. And it'll be good for me for the entire week. I even ate some that I prepped last week over the weekend. So it's been coming in clutch as a really good carb source. Rice, potatoes, you know, fruits, breads, sourdoughs, all those things are the type of carbs I'm trying to incorporate to get my carb count up, being that we're at a higher calorie. Rice is done. I went ahead and scooped out 1 1/4 cup. Chicken thighs are almost done. If you don't have a rice cooker, I don't know what you're doing, because I ain't never going back. It's awesome. I do wash my rice. I have a rice strainer. I wash it really good and cook it and put it. I love this container to put it in, and y'all, it is just perfection the entire week and so freaking easy. Voila, chicken and rice. We did a little jalapeno ranch from Hellman's on there. We did 1 tablespoon. Total calories 507, 38 protein, 57 carbs, 11 fat, 1 fiber. We're actually going to munch on this on the way to go pick up Trey. Back from picking up Trey, we are making dinner. We're doing a pulled pork casserole off of Pinterest. If it's good, I'll link it down below. The pulled pork I'm using is the one from Sam's Club. Y'all, I looked at all kinds at Costco and Walmart, and they're all trash because they're filled with like all kinds of sausage, and this is just the pork, which I absolutely love. The macros on it are great. 90 calories, 13 grams of protein for 3 ounces. Ingredients minimal. It's 2 pounds. The recipe calls for 1 pound, so I measured it up, and it actually is a little bit over 1 pound. So they actually give you a little bit more than 2 pounds, and they actually weigh it up. So I'm gonna put this in the freezer and save that, hopefully to make this another time if we like it. And that's definitely a cheap way to do your meals like that, especially when you can get your protein in bulk from Sam's or Costco, whichever you like and whichever is the best deal. But we've got the first step of the recipe is in the oven. Got to take it out, put the pork in, put it back on, and then let me flip you around. Total mom fail. I totally forgot. Tonight is Waylon's open house at 5 o'clock. So I'm getting dinner ready before we leave. I'm not going to eat before we leave. It's right down the street. There's his school. So I'm going to go down and go to open house for hopefully not the entire hour. And we can get back and eat a little bit before 6 o'clock. That is my hope. But at least dinner will be prepped and ready. So all I have to do is walk in and make my plate. Don't get triggered. This is what it looks like coming out the oven. Hopefully it's still nice and hot by the time we get back. But that looks freaking bomb. Back home from open house, it may not look the prettiest, but we're about to see how it tastes. That's all that matters, right? We got a serving of green beans over there for 511 calories, 27 protein, 48 carbs, 23 fat, fiber. Never skip dessert. We're in tonight with some cinnamon checks. Y'all, if you've never tried the cinnamon checks, to me it tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, like almost identical. It's really good if you've never tried it before. A cup of the Fairlife 2% for 340 calories, 16 protein, 51 carbs, 9 fat, 3 fiber. And I'll see y'all on hump day. Good morning, friends. We made it to hump day. Welcome back. I feel like I missed you guys yesterday with not picking up the camera every day. Fit of the day, we've got our Amazon crop top in red. I don't have the cakes in here, so if you can see like a circular outline, that is not the cakes, that is the built-in bra pads. With this red one, I feel like it runs bigger than any of the other colors that I bought. So I leave the bra pads in because they're like friggin', I told you they're trash. They're friggin' thick, but they take up more room and I feel like it supports and fits me better. But the other ones are just fine with the cakes, but I don't know why this one runs, it even runs big like in this section, I feel. And then I've got some Arola leggings in black. I just love these classic ones so much. They're so comfortable, but they're like super supportive. Love. Some Jaws socks, and then we've got our, ankle bracelet. And then for our pump cover, y'all, I have not worn this in forever because it's like more Valentine's. But can you even with that? It says, I've always had a thing for you, Sid. But it doesn't say Sid. But it's got Matthew Lillard on there. And I'm obsessed with Matthew Lillard with Ghostface. I got this from Black Star Company. It was hella expensive, but like the quality on it is so good. And of course, I'm going to wear it every Valentine's Day. But I thought it matched the fit. And why not get some more use out of it, right? Before we get out of here, I've got my slow cooker cheeseburger soup. I prepped everything the night before, put it in there. I mentioned that video, you can do it. I'll have it linked below and up above. 7 hours, and then all the cheeses go in right before we want to eat. So making today's dinner super easy but super tasty. We haven't had this one in a long time and I'm excited. Usual suspects, we've got our Traveler filled up, we've got our PEScience stack with the flavors I'm finally happy to have back. Pop-Tart, I mean like a whole freaking box of corn pops at this point. A cup of Fairlife milk, 675 calories, y'all, for our pre-workout. 19 protein, 131 carbs, 9 fat, 1 fiber. It's been serving me. Look, we're getting fueled in this build by chicken, corn pops, and rice. We made it, friends. We made it to the gym. I am feeling so good. So just to get you caught up from yesterday, since we're not filming all week, I don't know why we're not filming all week. I'm giving y'all recaps, live and learn. We go forward. Yesterday we did legs killer session yesterday, and it was so crazy in the gym because there was a guy doing bench. He's a regular, and there was so many gym bros in here, and he specifically asked me to spot him, which is a big deal. It's a big deal for me because it's like you could have asked any one of these other gym bros and he trusted me to spot him, which was like an honor, if you will. I mean, if you know, you know. So I felt so like beast just in that he asked me versus anybody else around. And also one of my friends in here, I was letting him know my plan as far as going forward, and that I was in a current bulk. Was talking about how he was cutting indefinitely until he got to a certain point, and I was like, I'm bulking, and he was interested in it. And he came up to me and he was like, well, for someone that's bulking, you sure do look mighty lean. And I said, son, tell me that come January. Please lie to me and tell me that in January. And he started laughing. I was like, this is only my second week in the bulk. Yes, I still look the same because we haven't gotten to that point yet. I said, so January, come back and tell me that. But I want to talk about the scale today because it is something that is going to hinder so many people from their true potential, their true body aesthetic that they want. Your true look and aesthetic for yourself is probably going to be more on that scale than you think as far as the numbers concerned. It's going to be hard whether you're in a reverse to maintenance phase or if you're in a build as far as seeing the scale kind of inch its way up. I know it's super hard, and I've had people say, well, it's really hard because I lost all this weight, and when the scale goes back up, I have the fear of going back to my old self. And I totally get that. If you are new, I weighed 230 pounds for the majority of my life. I lost like 80 pounds within 6 months of, I've mentioned many times before, not doing it the way I would do now. Cardio bunny. My nutrition was on point, but the cardio 7 days a week is just not it. If I could go back in time. I get it. When that scale goes up, sometimes that's my thought too. Like, girl, what are you doing? Like, we don't want to get back to that spot. But I've done this for so long now, and I know the process and I trust in it, that I know myself and all the great healthy habits that I've established over 15 years at this point. I am not going to go back to that spot, because that spot that I was in was all the things that I am not doing now. I wasn't getting steps in. I wasn't prioritizing my protein. I wasn't prioritizing sleep. I didn't give a shit about nutrition at all. I just ate what I felt like eating and what tasted good. We've learned so much over the years, and we're never going to go back there. Okay. We're never going to go back to that spot. So you just got to get out of your head that you're not the same person that you were when you were that initial overweight person. You have changed. You've instilled good habits in yourself going forward. Now you're doing things strategically to build strength, to build muscle for your future older elderly body that's going to thank you when you get there for not driving your body to the ground and being a stick thin. So when something happens and you maybe take a fall, you're not going to break a hip or a leg because you have zero mass on your frame and you're just skin and bones. You just have to get out of your head. You have to get out of your own way. The scale's going to be a bitch no matter what part of the journey you're on. If you're in a deficit, maintenance, or a bulk, and it is difficult sometimes to see that number go up. But if you're doing all the things that you know on that checklist as consistent and as precise as possible, you're doing the right thing for yourself. I know people hate to hear trust in the process, but if you know that you're doing everything on the checklist and in the process correctly, trust in the process. Why am I telling you guys this? Because I see a lot of ladies not go into maintenance, not want to reverse to maintenance, and definitely not go into a bulking phase because of the scale holding them back. So instead, they're constantly chronically dieting their entire life, going on the hamster wheel, like just losing the same 5 pounds, gaining the same 5 pounds, and never getting towards the actual aesthetic and physique that they want for their body, because they are so freaking brainwashed and so handcuffed to the scale. And I'm telling you right now, there is another way. There is another way to do this and finally reach your goals without starving yourself and without feeling like shit all the time. I promise you. So a lot of people are asking me if I have any more programs left for 2024. We are currently in the shred. No more shreds for 2024, but for 2025, I have a lot of fun things happening, a lot of different twists and spins on the shred, so stay tuned for that. But we do have another reverse program coming up in November, which in the next probably 3 weeks, I'll start advertising that and getting ready for the open enrollment for the reverse. So if you're wanting to reverse to maintenance for the rest of 2024 and then do any shreds that I have open come in January, then come on, let's get on it. Let's get you to a healthy metabolism rate. Let's get you to a healthy caloric intake, and you can enjoy the holidays without seeing the scale go up dramatically because you've got it in check, but you're still enjoying yourself and you're still finally living at a good place and finally getting to your true maintenance. Remember, we say the calculators are never correct. They're never spot on. You got to experiment with yourself and do this so you can figure out where you truly need to be. We've got a full body today. And when I say full body, like I mentioned last week, it's mainly upper. I've got 2 lower exercises, which I'm excited about the one for RDLs now because I'm using the machine. And then I used a different machine yesterday for my sumo squats. I did the belted squat machine versus a Smith because we only have one Smith machine in here. It is always hoarded and taken, which, you know, I get on there for certain things and I love it. But I was having some issues with my mind muscle connection with Smith sumos. I don't think I'm getting, I don't know. I have like one side that's disproportionate to the other as far as my weight distribution and my legs and stuff. And I know that. They tell me that when I go and get my sports massages and stuff. And I have some things going on my whole life that I know that. I know that. So when I go to do like squats, especially Smith, sumo, I feel it's just, it feels awkward to me, but on those belted machine for Smith sumos, I could really feel it working my glutes and my hammies versus I could not on the Smith. So I'm thinking that that's the move for me. And I'm excited. I'm excited to come in here for this 5-day split. It's been awesome so far. Again, this is really technically my 3rd week of doing it. Remember, I took it for a test run week 1 or the week before. but I'm loving all the things. I'm loving all the things. And as far as calories and macros, I've had some people asking me like, how far am I gonna go? I'm gonna go as far as I can until we get to that maintenance phase before the shred comes spring. Right now, I'm thinking that based on the data that I've collected so far, we're gonna stay at 2,800 for a little bit, because it seems like the scale is creeping up. So now I'm in a little bit of a surplus at this point versus where it's been staying the same or going down, meaning that I'm more like in maintenance. So we're gonna stay here a little bit. Remember, the goal is not to have that scale like spike dramatically in a bulking phase. It's to gradually go up over time, month by month, and that's what we're doing. So let's get in here and stop talking. It's almost 8 o'clock at this point. Girl, shut your mouth, get in here, and let's kill this full body.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been stuck on your memory, but it's not like I need it. And we may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. 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 I just need to.
Full body done. Man, it felt so good in there, y'all. Like, it's so crazy because talking about the scale a minute ago, the scale is the highest it's been since I ended the shred. Not by much, y'all. It's not going up crazy, but it fluctuates. Like yesterday it was like super low. Today it jumped up again. Every day you're gonna have fluctuations. I'll tell you, looking at my pictures today, my posing pictures, I feel more lean now than I ever did during that shred. That is nuts. So again, you cannot have the scale dictate all your feels, because it does not. It means absolutely nothing. Use it for data, nothing more. Pictures, measurements are going to tell the true story on what's happening with your body. We went up and progressed on pull-ups today. All that felt good. Progressed on everything except overhead shoulder press, and I filmed it for you guys because we keep it raw and real. We show everything, so you're not feeling like you're the only one out there. This is not a perfect journey on any stage ever, and I always say if somebody's showing you everything and it looks picture perfect, they are hiding, keeping, and lying to your ass. And I was like, you know what, we've been doing 37.5s, which I haven't gotten, you know, 3 consecutive sets of those, but I was feeling myself. And I was feeling strong, especially after pull-ups. And I said, let's go and crank out these. My goal is to get these 40s up. That is my goal, is to get these 40s up. And I went and grabbed the 40s, and they felt light when I picked them up. However, I've mentioned my left shoulder, I have a spot. Now I went and got my sports massage. She worked it out. She said she could still feel it, but it seems like it's getting better. But it is such a hindrance on shoulders, I swear. So I went to go, you guys saw it, and go lift it up. This one, it's ready to go. It is like, let's go. This one's like, bitch, no. Guys, try it again. And I had a moment, y'all know those memes and that sound where it says like, let me take my dumb ass, sit my dumb ass down. Like that was me. Like I had that as exactly what went through my brain when I was like, let me sit my weak dumb ass down. I was like, oh my God. We tried though. That's the main thing, guys. You never are going to know unless you try. Quit being scared of failure, because failure is a good thing. It lets you know where you are. It lets you know if you've been taking it too easy and if you need to push yourself so you can become stronger and keep progressing forward. And I took that leap today, even though, you know, it kind of hurt my ego a little bit, you know, not really. I didn't feel bad at all. And you know what? I didn't do the 37s and a half. I did 35s because they're feeling heavy. And again, with what's going on with my shoulder, I'd rather do things a right way than injure myself and be out the game. So that's what I did. And it all felt fire. And I felt so amazing at the end of the workout, even though we had a moment like that. So those moments will come and go. Don't let it like have a vibe for the rest of your workout, because if I would have let that happen, the rest of my workout would have sucked, and it was on point, next level fire. So that is my little advice and speech today, that it is okay to fail. It's okay to look like a weak ass bitch when you're going to lift things and you have to go put things back. Don't be embarrassed to do it in front of people. Like, they've all had those moments. We've all had those moments. It is okay. Going home post-workout meal is the same thing you guys saw on Monday, and same thing for lunch. Things will be different starting on Friday when you guys see me, and we're going to be doing the cheeseburger soup. I will also link what we had for dinner last night because I didn't vlog. Queso chicken and rice. It was like the stupidest simple recipe. Y'all know I'm all about that. It was so freaking easy, minimal ingredients, and next level delicious. Like all of us were like, damn, this is fire. And I'm definitely putting like things that have been really good and easy. I'm just like copy and paste the next like 2 weeks forward and have the exact same thing, because if it's something that is serving your goals, it's delicious and it's easy, and the ingredients you either have on hand or it's minimal, put it on repeat, guys. Quit trying to reinvent the wheel, because that's just going to cause more stress, anxiety on already a stress anxiety journey that you're on. Here we go, friends, post-workout meal. I think it's a little more hash browns than I did when I saw you guys on Monday, and a little less steak, just depending on the rest of the stuff I'm eating. We're still doing this Costco steak. I mean, we're getting every penny's worth since I complained about it so much, right? We've got our coffee back there. 722 calories, 58 protein, 81 carbs, 24 fat, 12 fiber. Post-workout, the house is smelling so good. This cheeseburger soup, it's got about 2 hours left before we add all the cheesiness stuff to it. I'll probably do that before I go pick up Trey and let it do its merry thing, or maybe when we get back, depending on time. But y'all, so like idiot proof and so good. I'm telling y'all, gotta make it if you've never tried it. Perfect timing. It's almost 10 minutes to 2, which means I gotta skedaddle out of here. But I was able to put the Velveeta and the cream cheese in there and put it on low for another hour. I do have the setting on this. Do y'all have crock pots that are so old? I don't even remember how old this thing is, but it's the digital one, but you can't see the screen anymore. But I know if I press like 1, that's 30, 2, that's an hour, and like I count it down and it works just fine. It still does it. You just can't see the time. So you just gotta count and make sure. And my husband's like, Raven, we've had this discussion before. Would you please let me talk? My husband's like, Nicole, just get a new one, you know, if it doesn't work. And I'm like, I'm not spinning. They're like right under $100. I'm like, it works just fine. I mean, I can count it down. It is fine. That's me and my cheap ass self, okay? But I'm not. If it's working until it dies, we doing it. So we got that going. Just all let me know what crusty appliance you have going on that you're like getting your last little bit out of it before you bite the bullet and buy a new one. Y'all let me know down below. And then we've got a 1.5 cups of rice, jasmine rice. Y'all know that I meal prepped. Today we did 7.1 ounces of chicken thighs, 1 serving of the jalapeno ranch on repeat. Tomorrow and Thursday we're going to be switching up post-workout and lunch just because of my grocery running and busy schedules those 2 days. This is 597 calories, 45 protein, 68 carbs, 12 fat, 1 fiber. It is dinner time, friends. We've got the slow cooker cheeseburger soup. That is a serving. And then we're doing the little French brioche rolls. These are from Costco. I just put them in the air fryer on broil for 5 minutes and they get all crispy. Same exact macros basically as the garlic knots. I haven't tried them yet, but I know the boys like them. And y'all, my stomach has been growling the past hour. Like, what is happening? What is going on with this hunger? 542 calories, 37 protein, 47 carbs, 23 fat, and 2 fiber. Friends, y'all forgot to remind me to prep my overnight oats for the next 2. How could y'all let me forget? How could y'all not remind me? Shame on you, friends. But I remembered last minute. It's almost 7 o'clock, so it's time for dessert. But we had to get our overnight oats. We're doing the PB&J, of course. That's got a chokehold on me. Doing these tomorrow because it's my grocery running day. So as you guys know, if you've been watching for any amount of months now, it's just easy for me to pop this in a cooler with like my iced coffee and then some of the swirl bread and be on my merry way versus what you've seen me cooking this up and all that. It's just super easy to get done with no cooking and traveling. So if you're looking for things like that, I cannot recommend overnight oats enough. So got that prepped for Thursday and Friday. Let's get dessert whipped up because believe it or not, I am starving. Like, what is happening with the hunger? I'm not hungry in between meals, but like the hour, 30 minutes right before it's time for the next meal, ravenous. And I'm eating the most I've ever tracked in my life. Make it make sense. So here we have it. Same exact thing we had Monday, except I think I did Fairlife 2%. We did almond milk today because I had enough protein. So I'm just getting in the carbs from the cereal. Literally hardly any calories from the almond milk, and I don't need the excess protein. So I added the extra calories towards extra cereal, you know what I mean? 274 calories, 4 protein, 51 carbs, 8 fat, 4 fiber. I've been loving the cinnamon checks. I know I mentioned that earlier in the week, but I just added another one to cart. I also just added another one of them big ass bags of corn pops because I've already eaten that big bag. I think that big bag's lasted me about 2 weeks. I feel like a cow or a horse or something like that feed out there lasted her 2 weeks. I mean, that's how I feel right now. That's how much I'm eating as far as rice and cereal and the protein. Don't even get me started on that. Brokey up until maintenance shredding time. Brokey, I tell you. All right, friends, that is a wrap for hump day. I'm going to take a shower, pick out my clothes for tomorrow's quad and hammy day. My quads are already on fire from today, so that should be fun. Load the dishwasher, do all the things, and do everything on repeat tomorrow. I'll see y'all for Friday.
Good morning, friends. We made it. We made it to Friday. Outfit of the day. You know the drill. Amazon crop top. I have 2 in black. I just recently bought another one black because y'all know black is my color, and I wear these every day almost. I do have the cakes in these, like I said, with the red. I just feel like, you see how this one like clings to my body? The red one like is loosey-goosey. I don't know why certain colors are bigger than the others. I've only found the red to be true to that, and there's a million colors, so there's that. I have them linked down below. You guys always ask. And then we've got some Arola leggings. I've just been really reaching for the Arola leggings lately. First off, a lot of y'all have asked it on Instagram. They're super stretchy, which I love and appreciate. And if you're in maintenance or in a building phase and you're like looking to grow, they will mold and shape with your body with you and not be so constrictive. Where I feel like the Buff Bunny ones, if you get a certain size and like they're perfect when you're like, you know, your perfect size, I guess, they're not really good with like morphing and shaping with you. Yes, allergies still affect me, but these are the camo ones. I know it's, you can barely see it, but these are the camo ones. They're really comfortable and cute. I haven't reached for these in a while, and I've got Michael Myers on, of course. But talking about like feeling comfortable and snatched and stuff, we're gonna talk about that when we get to the gym. But let's get all of our ish loaded up. Oh, and pump cover of the day, Target Metallica. Sherry, let's go. Tell me you are in a phase of health journey, but don't tell me. Got pre-workout. 2 of my travelers filled up because we're going to be doing a grocery pickup. So when I always go through this at the gym, I want to start it right after. I've got coffee in there. I've got a Premier protein shake. I'll show y'all post-workout. It's going to be different today. I know, the same usual suspects, except for instead of corn pops, I'm doing Frosted Flakes. I ran out of, look at my little pumpkin thing. Waylon made me, how cute. Squirrel. I ran out of corn pops. How does that happen? Because I'm eating like a freaking pound. Like I said, I feel like a horse or a cow with my feed every day. I ran out, so Frosted Flakes it is. Pop-Tart. I'm going to fill it up with Fairlife, and that's pre-workout.
Hello friends, we have made it to the gym. Happy Friday again. Before we get into what I'm going to be preaching about, I hope everybody that was in the path of Helene, is that how we're saying it, is okay. Like, what a catastrophic storm, and got so strong so quickly. So hope everybody is okay. Just thoughts and prayers going out. Y'all know I know all about it too well, unfortunately. Anybody that lives in the Gulf Coast, we have to deal with it. And when you're watching this, there's supposedly another one that's going to be in the Gulf of Mexico, but hopefully it sizzles out and it doesn't affect anyone. Fingers crossed. Have a push day today. We're doing bench again, which I'm pretty much doing the same exact weight I did last week, and then we're going to do lower weight next week, and then push ourselves the week after. Here for it. But yesterday we had legs. It was a killer session. So good. And I mentioned on Instagram, which I think, you know, the whole point of documenting this build is most people think that when they go into maintenance or when they go into a build, like they're constantly going to feel like shit. Like they're constantly going to feel puffy and bloated and like overweight and just not feeling themselves. And I'm here to tell you, I know it's only been a couple weeks, but again, this is the most I've eaten in a long time. It's so different from when I was eating like a little bit less than this just a year ago in my feels. It's crazy how your body will change the more muscle you put on your frame. That's why I cannot preach enough about you working towards getting muscle on your frame. Stop working towards getting to be your smallest self. It's exactly what I did when I was keto. Like, I get pictures. Y'all know how you get the thing on your phone where it like reminds you about 4 years ago or whatever. I got some yesterday and I'm like, God, I looked anorexic. Like, really, I was like, what was I thinking? And in the time I was like, this is great, because I was always taught to chase after your smallest self. Like, the smallest number on the scale is good. That means that you're doing something right. And I'm here to break the stigma with these videos. And I've been leading up to it even before doing a build, like always preaching muscle, always preaching strong over skinny, all that stuff. But I'm really hoping that this resonates with not just one, but multiple women to change their life and ultimately change their body composition, because like I always say, your future self will thank you. So what I'm trying to say is, Tuesday got on the scale was up, and the scale has been up basically that same weight. I've been weighing in the same weight since Tuesday. And it's at a higher weight than it was last week. We upped our calories to 2,800. The whole point of a build is for the weight to go up, not for it to go down, right? So I'm not mad about that. It's staying consistent and steady. And that's why I said next week we're probably going to stay at 2,800. We want a percentage of my weight to go up per month. You don't want that to go up drastically, because that means it's going to be more body fat than actual muscle. So I'm taking things strategically. I'm playing it smart. But when I have been getting up every morning, I have been feeling the leanest that I have even felt when doing my cut. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I had a lot of body dysmorphia during the shred this past April, with me not happy the way I was looking, even though the scale was going down and everything was doing what it was supposed to be doing. I was not happy with what I was seeing in the mirror. So another testament that just because the scale's going down doesn't mean you're going to magically fix everything. Doesn't mean you're magically going to feel your absolute best just because a number on a freaking machine is going down. It means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. My weight has gone up, and now I am starting to finally feel myself, like feel super lean, feel snatched. Yesterday when I was taking my video and posting it on Instagram, taking my pictures, I was like, God, I feel so freaking lean. I feel leaner now than I did at 154 is what I ended the shred with this past spring. I feel hella leaner and snatched than I do then. It's crazy. So again, you've got to rely on pictures, measurements, video, your own feels. That's why I tell everybody every single day, like if you're weighing in every day for a check-in for weekly averages, which is what I'm doing. Some people are doing that in the shred. I don't recommend it in the shred just because I know that weighing in every day is a mental effort and it's going to really derail you or make you stressed out and have anxiety, and that's going to negate fat loss and overall. So I don't promote it, even though it's the best thing to do is to take your daily weight and take a weekly average, whether you're in a cut or in a build. I don't recommend it in a shred just because of the mental aspect of it. Just know that that number that's flashing up is not your self-worth. I want you guys, when you wake up and if you are weighing in and checking in, to really assess how you feel. Like, look at yourself in the mirror, say all the positive affirmations about yourself. How do you you truly feel in your body, not what society's telling you, not what a BMI chart's telling you, all that bullshit. I want you to decide how you feel in that particular moment before you weigh in, and then get on the scale. And whatever flashes up on the scale shouldn't matter, because you just had your feels. You just had your feels. And if you were feeling yourself, if you're feeling snatched, if you're feeling lean, if you're feeling great, you had great sleep, your gym sessions have been fire, then nothing on that scale actually matters. None of that matters. Now, yeah, if you've been feeling shitty and all the things in a negative, and you get on the scale and it reflects, and it's like, what am I doing that I need to change moving forward? That's what the data's for. Not to make you feel bad when you are just feeling yourself and feeling awesome because a certain number popped up. So the scale, it's a bitch. We use it for data, and I know a lot of people, especially in my shred program right now, are dealing with it, but I know a lot of ladies that are at maintenance deal with it, and deal with it hard, and are really scared to see that number stay a certain way instead of going down, even though you're supposed to be in a maintenance phase. I know the logic on that. And then also in a build is really hard. And you know, a lot of people think, oh, build's so easy, you get to eat what you want, but it's not. It's the exact same things as a shred, except we're just eating more, and you're actually pushing yourself even more in this gym than you would in a cutting phase. So it's very hard, very difficult to get over the scale when you are always been taught to have the scale stay the same at a particular number, or always chasing your smallest self. So just know that if you're in a stage today where the scale is being a total bitch to you, we all have the moments, but remember what I just said about not letting it get to you, because there's so much more than just that. So that all being said, let's go in here and crush push day. A little side note, my headphones, I love these headphones. These are the same brand that I was using for the big earphones, you know, but I decided to do the earbuds, and I love the little over the ear thing that holds them in place because I'm funny about that. But sometimes they're not as loud. I don't know what it is. It might have been my Bluetooth thing on my phone. I don't know. But yesterday I was in here and I was like, am I going deaf? Like, I cannot hear the music. And I like turned them off. I was turning them up. Nothing was happening, y'all. And I like my music to blow my head off. Like when I'm in the gym, I like want to feel deaf with not hearing anything, anybody, and I want my eardrums to be blown off. I know that's bad. I know that's bad. So you don't have to say anything in the comments below. I know. But that is the vibe that I go for when I go into the gym. To jam out the world. There is no other world. It's just me and these plates and these machines. That is it. When I am in here, everything else stops for a couple of hours, and that's my therapy when I'm here. So when I don't have the guidance of my therapy with my music blowing my head off, it throws the vibe off a little bit. But I still had a freaking kick-ass session yesterday. I was saying in stories on Instagram that I feel like I'm just finding my working sets with really pushing. I went up on everything this week, and last week I thought was hard. So with the increased food, my energy and my stamina is really increasing in here, and I'm really able to push it. So next week I got to level up and really take these sets to true failure, meaning like if I get to 6 reps and that 6 rep, it's like barely enough, like we freaking working, we're lifting some heavy shit at that point. So that's my goal for next week with all my sets. All right. I feel I need to start vlogging every day, because these 3 days, I feel like I have to play catch up with you guys, and I miss y'all. So maybe the full week, Monday through Friday, is the move. Let's get it. Come on, headphones, work with me, work with me.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. I'm never gonna look back, cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, cause that's what it takes.
Friends, headphones were a bopping and we crushed that push day. I don't know what it was yesterday. I don't know. But today they were like blowing out my eardrums. I was like, yes, it's gonna be a good sesh. And it totally was. For our AMRAP set for our bench, I did the same exact weight, but I was able to crank out another rep. And I feel like last week I struggled getting that third rep up. This week I feel like the 4 reps look good. Honestly, I probably could have pushed to a 5th, but again, with me not having somebody there, I'm trying to be as safe as possible, you know what I mean? And then we went up on pretty much everything else. Felt so freaking fire and still feeling so good. That's why I'm like, F you scale, F you. I'm gonna build, the scale's gonna go up. But what I'm saying is that it going up doesn't determine like how I feel. I feel better at this up weight than I did at a lower weight. So y'all quit letting the scale rule how you feel and get in your feelings. We're gonna go pick up groceries from Walmart. So I packed my stuff. I could eat at home, but I just want to eat it on the way home. I feel like the earlier I eat, the better, because I'm eating so much now. So, and let me tell you, I have been starving all week. Like, even though the scale is up and everything's looking good, I have been having my stomach growl like before meals and at night going to bed. Like, I am hungry thinking about food. That is just bizarre to me, but you know, it's all new. We've got a Premier Protein vanilla shake. I poured in my HYDROJUG with my pumpkin spice coffee and pumpkin spice on top. We've also got 2 slices of cinnamon raisin bread by Pepperidge Farm. And then we've got our PB&J overnight oats. I had the same exact thing yesterday because I did all my grocery run yesterday. Thursdays are my busiest day now. Fridays are just a pickup and we can get home and get some work done. So that's been pretty nice. I am so ready for this weekend. And when you're watching this on Monday, guys, I'm gonna have a video post on Friday, a full day of bulking, and it's gonna be on my Sunday, so you guys can see what I'm eating on my rest days, which looks different from my training days. And yes, I am still eating my full calories. A misconception that a lot of people have is that on their rest days they need to eat less. That may be the case if you're in a cut per se, which I don't suggest that to my people that cut, or at maintenance. But when you are bulking, that rest time is your time to shine, meaning that is your muscle building window. I mean, yes, throughout your days too, but those rest days are super important for you to eat if you're wanting to put on mass and you're wanting to put on muscle. So I am eating full calories on my rest days. It's a lot of food, especially on Sundays, since we're not doing a pre-workout meal, which is usually like over 700 calories for me. So not having that, it makes my meals harder. I say harder. I've been starving on rest days too, so just ignore what I'm saying. But tomorrow, do my untracked dinner and like freestyle my nut butters. And tomorrow I'm going to pick up sushi from one of my favorite places, and I found a new favorite sushi from this place. It's called the St. Paul's Rolls, which is local to us. We have different, you know, high schools and stuff. They name a lot of things after local stuff, but y'all, it is so good. It is so good, and I'm eating the whole damn thing is what I'm saying, with zero flinch, zero blink. I've been craving it all week. I'm getting it. The boys are getting pizza, and we're gonna do a really lazy movie night. Instead of me doing like a full spread, I'm just picking crap up. I'm not even doing any of the frou-frou stuff. I'm making cupcakes for the boys, and we're gonna watch, what are we watching? It's a show on Netflix. It's got the girl from Stranger Things in it. I'll have to insert the title right here, Curse of Something, but it looks really cute. It's a Halloween like cheesy Netflix movie, and I'm excited to watch it. So that's the plan for tomorrow. And then Sunday is like a work day always, but that's the day I'm gonna show you full day, because it's gonna be a full day of tracking, but full day of eating all calories. Wow, that was a lot for talking about my rest days. Let's go get some work done. Let's be productive on this Friday, guys. I hope you are having an awesome day when you're watching this part. Know that there's going to be days where you have life be a life-in and getting your head with all things, whether it be the scale, whether it be body dysmorphia, whether it be you're just freaking tired and you don't want to walk in this gym. But the key to success is being consistent, not being perfect, progress over perfection every single day. Realize I didn't tell you guys the macros for post-workout meal. I'm waiting at Walmart to get my groceries. 895 calories, 69 protein, 104 carbs, 27 fat, 11 fiber. I'm gonna get back on that fiber train. I've been slacking lately this week with the fiber, whereas it's been on point, and I can kind of tell a difference, not with bloating and stuff, with just going to the bathroom. I've been going, but it's just not my usual going. I know, too much information. Lunch, we're not doing chicken and rice. We're doing something stupid simple that you guys can do, whether you're at home or at work. We've got a bag of the Green Giant Simply Steamed Cheesy Rice and Broccoli. The entire bag is 240 calories and 7 grams of protein. You could just do the broccoli and cheese is lower calorie. I think it's like 140, 120 for the entire bag. And then we're doing an entire can of Great Value tuna, 100 calories, 22 grams of protein. That is it, y'all. That is it. Quick, stupid, simple lunch. I'm about it. Microwave. Again, don't get triggered. It may not look the prettiest, and yes, the sodium is high on those packets, okay? But you guys have seen, I have not done that every single day. It's for every once in a while to make things convenient. 340 calories, 30 grams of protein, 47 carbs, 5 fat, 3 fiber. Sorry about dinner earlier. I was yapping my mouth on the phone, hence why there wasn't any sound. That was the chicken and rice I was raving about earlier in the video. I will link it down below. I'm gonna make it definitely again. That wasn't a full serving, but I still tracked it as a full serving. It's fine. It's fine. I've got the Raven crowing at me over here. Our dessert is nothing different. We're doing Chex cereal with Fairlife milk. 380 calories, 16 grams of protein, 60 carbs, 10 fat, 3 fiber. I wanted to show you guys, what was it, yesterday when I weighed out cereal. It's like 500 calories with a cereal and it's not even like a bowl. Like this kind of calorically dense stuff adds up quick. So make sure you're weighing and tracking it if you're in a cut is what I'm saying. That's gonna wrap out our Friday. I'm so excited to get my sushi on tomorrow and relax and recuperate and rejuvenate and rest these muscles and prepare them for week 3 of the build, the bulk. I'm so excited. Week 2 in the books. Thank you so much for watching this week's video. If you're enjoying this series, please give it a thumbs up. That lets me know that you're enjoying it. You're getting something out of it. Even though I am bulking, guys, I'm still doing the same things you're doing in your journey. It's just I'm eating more. That's really all that's different. I'm training a little bit harder than I would in a cut, training more. But nothing else has changed, still having the same motivational pep talks, all the things. So don't be triggered by the food is what I'm saying. Come on back. Thank y'all so much for taking time to spend with little old me today. I hope you're kicking ass and taking names. We'll see you for week 3. Have a good one. Bye.